If you're looking for a higher end couples coach, this one has everything you need. And let me show you why. It all starts off kind of in this main living space, right? You have a slide out on the off-camp side, which is good because what that does is that means when we go outside, we're gonna have great usable camp space. None of it's gonna be impeded by a slide. And here we have extremely comfortable theater seats. I've seen a lot of different theater seats. The thing I like about this one is that the center armrest is nice and wide, right? It's very intentional. A lot of times it's a fraction of this and like you're fighting over the armrest. I want to feel like I'm sitting in a first class flight, not like I'm sitting in coach. And this right here does exactly that. You also have storage there, wireless charger, which I love that, can drop the phone, cup holders. Of course, these are wall huggers, kick your feet up. And it is directly across from the 32-inch smart TV, exactly what you would want. The other thing I like about it is not only is the TV across the way, but so is the dinette. I don't know about you, but when my wife and I go camping, there's sometimes we like to hang out. We like to have people come inside, maybe have a few drinks, play games, talk. This right here allows that to happen. It has enough seating that your guests aren't feeling awkward. They're not having to come in and sit on your bed, which is just a very weird feeling, period. So the fact that everyone is able to sit around here and converse is fantastic. Big window here too on the campsite. You know, I have little ones. Not that this coach is for little ones, but I like to look out at my campsite, be able to see what they're doing. And this big window right here allows you to have that view. Storage right up top here, as well as storage right down below on the one side. Open this up for you just to kind of show you there. Nice and easy to access, slow close drawers. Main control panel will be located right here as soon as you walk in. Again, I like that it's mounted right by the door and the fact it's high, because if you have little ones that are coming in, you know, maybe you have grandkids and they're coming in and trying to push all the buttons. Well, up here, they're not going to be able to mess. They're not going to be bringing the slide in accidentally. Right above that's going to be your 30 amp solar controller, as this one does have solar up on the roof. All right, let's talk about the fridge. You know, this is probably the best situation, in my opinion, for this type of fridge. They call it a dual swing. And what that essentially means is that you're able to open this fridge from either direction. So if you're here working in the kitchen, you can open it up this way. And if you're inside, 90% of the time, this is how you're going to open it. But the thing I like about the placement and why this makes sense to me is because if I want to grab a beverage, I can open the door while I'm outside, grab a beverage this way, and head right back out. That, again, I've seen a lot of RVs that have these, and it doesn't really make sense. I think in this floor plan, that is probably one of the best uses for that type of refrigerator. Moving into the rest of the kitchen, you're looking at solid surface countertops. Again, when you talk high end, this is what I want. Sure, a pressed countertop is going to be better than a T-mold, but solid surface is still king. And even though it weighs a little bit more, you know, on a coach like this, you're still able to tow it with a pickup or a large SUV. And so the solid surface for me is definitely worth it. Now, you'll see they give you two drying racks kind of to cover the top here. I don't mind that. I would have preferred actual solid surface sink top covers, but this still does the trick. Again, a window is a backsplash to let in more natural light. You'll see the 3-burner cooktop. You actually have an oven. You'd be surprised at how many manufacturers are going away from ovens, you know, trying to install like a microwave convection oven instead. And again, like most people, you know, I do still prefer having the standard oven. A convection's great. A lot of them come with an air fryer too, but I still like having a standard oven. A little bit of storage over to the side, as well as, you know, nice big drawers, especially these bottom ones. You can see how deep those are. You know, these drawers, you have a silverware tray in there. And I like that they really utilize the space here. You see that, you know, it's not a full depth drawer because it has to contend with plumbing, but they really thought it through on the depth here. So they were able to get you a silverware holder right in there. And again, slow close drawers just kind of being the hallmark of quality that you're getting in this Flagstaff. You'll see storage up top has magnetic catches there, again, microwave and hood. And then lastly, it does have a pantry for the rest of your dry goods. So plenty of storage all throughout. If you take a look at the floor, you will see that we don't have any carpet. This is going to be linoleum, and then you have kind of like the marine woven grade in the slide out so that all of it is easy to clean. If we look up at the ceiling, you will see that you have your AC unit here. This one does have quick dump, even though it is ducted all the way throughout. You'll also notice that you have a barreled ceiling. So at 6 foot tall, I mean, if I stay in the center here, you see I have plenty of room. So if you're a little bit taller, this is still an excellent option. Now, this right here is probably what's going to make it or break it for most people. I don't know why, but so many people hate having a walk-through bathroom. I personally like it. It's one thing if it's a bunk model and it closes off like other people from getting in, but when it's a couples coach, you have a door in the bedroom. So if you need to get out, you can. It's not like you're trapped in here. The thing I like about the walkthrough is it gives you so much more room. You get just such a bigger bathroom space. When I sit on the toilet, I have great shoulder space, plenty of leg room. It's a porcelain bowl, easy to clean here. The shower, let me undo the lock because I'm not going to step over the toilet to get in the shower. I'm definitely going to get in from this side. And when I take a step in, again, at 6 foot tall, I have more than enough room, especially with that skylight. It does have the shower miser equipped, which is this like little blue elbow. And essentially what that is, it's a freshwater recirculation system. So what that does is it's kind of meant for people that are, using fresh water when you don't have city water hookup. And you can flip this switch and it'll just recirculate that water until it heats up. So that way you're not wasting a bunch of fresh water. It's just going in the gray tank, waiting for the water to heat up. You can wait till this elbow turns white, flip it back. Now you have hot water. It's just kind of a cool water saving system. And then right over to the side here, you get a big linen closet. Again, when you have a big bathroom, you can have more storage. Again, one of the things I like about the walk-through bath here. Now, this is going to be a pressed countertop. This is not a solid surface. It looks almost identical to what we have out there, but I do, full disclosure, it is pressed. You will see the undermount sink, the single pole faucet there, mirrored medicine cabinet up top, storage underneath. I also like the accent lighting they put down there. Again, sometimes it's some of those little touches that I really enjoy. When we step into the bedroom here, a couple different things. As I mentioned, there is a secondary exit here, so you're not trapped if someone's in the bathroom. There is storage underneath the bed. There's also a slide-out wardrobe on the other side. So just to kind of show you, there's a couple different storage options here. So you have the shelving here, and then the other two are going to be where you hang your clothes. So plenty of storage space, again, especially when it's just two of you. You'll be able to stay for quite a while with the amount of clothing you can put in here. The nightstands are actual nightstands. Rather than just having like a panel like a lot of manufacturers do, you have an actual countertop. Again, that's a pressed countertop. Drawer underneath for anything you need to put in there, whether that's the underwear or socks or books or whatever else you want to put in there, you can. You can see lights on the side for reading, some electrical outlets. You have plenty of storage there up top as well. And if you notice right over here, it comes with a TV. You have a 27-inch 12-volt TV. Being 12 volt is more expensive, but it's great because that way, even if you're boondocking and you're not running on shore power, you can still watch the TV. All right, let's take a look at the outside features. The 2025 Flagstaff Micro Lite 25SRK. Starting off right up front, you'll see this one does have a power tongue jack, which of course makes it easier to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Behind that are two 30-pound propane tanks with a cover. Definitely love having the bigger tank straight from the manufacturer. You will also see you have two batteries. Love that as well. You have the aggressive diamond plating right here on the front, as well as the smooth fiberglass 3/4 front cap. I also love the fact that they have the windshield in there. Obviously, it lets in a lot of light, and man, it is just a fantastic look. You can see the docking lights here, the LED light strip kind of right underneath. Coming around to the side, even though this one does have roof-mounted solar, you can also have like your briefcase style if you have a portable one, especially if you already own it, be able to plug it in for a little extra solar there. Your pass-through storage has a huge door. Magnetic catch, but I mean, you can see how big that pass-through is. It is huge. It does come with the griddle, which is awesome. You can see the bag right over there, as well as the stand. I'll kind of show you where that mounts a little bit. LED lights in here too, and then you have a spot to put some of your tools for jacks and things like that in the event you have to do it manually, because this one does have power stabilizer jacks. And it has the PSX2 system, which means that each jack has its own individual control. Normally, you'd have one for the front two. This one, again, each one has its own control, which is pretty great. Taking a look up top, you will see the power awning with LED light strip. And as I talked about earlier, because you don't have a slide on this side, this is all great space. The awning covers both entrances, as you would expect. This right here being the entrance into the bedroom. You get the bigger grab handle, the more ride step above steps. Of course, the treads here aren't going to rust on the steps. You have a bigger landing when you come out of there too. The windows are going to be frameless. I really like frameless windows. I think they look a whole heck of a lot nicer than your standard framed windows, and you can kind of have them open when it's raining, because unless it's a sideways rain, It's just because they only open about this far, you can still get some airflow. Now, when it's not raining, they're not going to be quite as much airflow as like a jalousie window, but still, I do like the way they open. I like the way they look. If you want a TV, you have a mount right here for it. Connections will be right down underneath. Here is going to be that rail system for the griddle. Obviously, you do not want to have a griddle here and have cords hanging over the griddle. So just be cognizant of kind of what you're working with right there. The propane quick connects will be right down underneath. So even if you have like your own griddle you want to bring, or Coleman grill, whatever, you can hook that up. Taking a look at the wheels and the rubber. So aluminum alloy wheels, Goodyear Endurance tires, love to see it. 205/75 14-inch tires. It's going to be a standard D load range on there as well. A couple speakers outside if you want to listen to some music. And then the main entrance will be right here. Now, one of the things I want to point out is the fact that it's pretty common for most manufacturers to have the bigger grab handle and the upgraded steps on the primary entrance. It's a lot more rare to have it on the secondary. I love that they did put it on both. Again, just kind of a nod to the quality of the unit. Not only that, but the construction. So behind this fiberglass skin, they're going to use a composite rather than Luan. That's going to have a few big advantages. One, it's lighter weight, which is why this one's able to get under that 6,000 pound mark. Also, it's not going to cause delamination because it doesn't absorb moisture, and you won't have the off-gassing you often get with Luan. So you'll be able to breathe a little bit better too. So huge, huge advantages. Outside shower right here with both hot and cold water access. Coming around to the back, you can see the square tubular bumper, and the spare tire is mounted to that with the cover. Super easy to get to. You have a rear-mounted ladder. I love that they still have the ladder instead of prep, that we can climb up onto the fully walkable roof because you have a 3/8-inch decking up there. And if you take a look, you can see that you have the backup camera prep, so that if you want the backup camera, it is a lot easier to have it installed. And as we stroll over to the off-camp side, not only do we have that huge pass-through up front, but you also get this additional storage space here, which actually goes up a pretty darn good ways. The other thing I want to point out on this side is if you take a look up at the top of the slide out, it comes with a slide topper, which is fantastic. That way any sticks or pine cones that fall on top of the slide aren't going to jam up your seals. When you put the slide in, they will just fall right off that topper. Your water connections will be up front a little bit there as well. Again, this is a fantastic couples coach. If you're looking for price and availability, there'll be a link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm Ian Baker. And until next time, we'll see ya.